additional endorsements. There's hazmat, and you have the air brakes, doubles, and there's something else, but I got doubles.
Okay.
I'm not ever going to do hazmat. I'm good.
No.
And I let somebody else do that. Period.
Yeah.
So, and doubles ain't nothing but double trailers. I don't know if you've seen those things on the highway where there's a 150-foot
Oh
trailer
yeah,
attached to
touch another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit more difficult to man?
It just depends on the wind.
Okay. God bless you.
The wind.
You gangster.
Don't get me wrong. I prefer to just be doing flatbed.
Yeah.
So.
And then what's the truck where it has the cars on there? We have like 18 cars on it. Like what's that?
Those are that's just auto the auto car haulers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need a different certification for those joints?
No, I don't think so. I have a friend that does it, but I don't.
Get it. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to this Pub Experience, the #1 podcast in Cleveland, and now we come for the world. Y'all know that's next up for us, okay? Where we have great entrepreneurs from our city that we're showcasing great creative, great entrepreneurs, great innovators in our city, and it's I'm being biased, but I think we're the best. And we have tonight with us, we have Miss Heather Palmer, aka Hotshot Heather, Miss Seer Entrepreneur. She's a trucker, she's an artist. She's just all around entrepreneur, and we want to hear her great story and just what she's doing and how she does it. So without further ado, how you doing tonight, Heather?
I'm fine. How are you?
We appreciate you coming on, by the way. I know you were a busy lady, so we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited. Never been on a podcast before.
Hey, listen, it's the first one. That's what I'm talking about. I love what we do because with this being your first one, we're gonna have a good time.
Good.
The 2 Yuan's going, by the way, so it's gonna be a good time. So everyone knows I started the interview with saying, represent your hood. What part of Cleveland are you from? What part of Cleveland did you grow up in?
So I grew up in Euclid, Ohio. Graduated from
Come on.
You graduated from Euclid High School in 2004, and from there I went to college. Went to Indiana State University on a full track scholarship, and that's pretty much where my life began. I guess my adulthood life, and I don't know. I don't know.
So let me ask you this. So growing up in high school, were you a kid who used to hustle the candy or hustle, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone swear up and down they was the best candy seller of all time with entrepreneurs.
No, I was not. I was not none of those things. I was way too busy with sports. I literally played sports my entire life. First of all, I'm adopted. My parents adopted me. And the very first thing my parents did was put me in gymnastics.
Okay, that's what's up.
I actually excelled in that, and I actually won a bronze medal in Florida.
Come on now. Okay, all right.
But I was afraid to do backflips, so I quit. I was like, I'm good.
You said you want to, I want to injure myself.
Break my neck. And so the next thing I attempted was wrestling, because that's what my brother was doing at the time. So I was just like, I want to do whatever he's doing. I didn't like that, and for reasons of I was wrestling dudes.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
So, after that, my mom put us in soccer. I didn't really like it. My brother was way better at it than I was. So, I had to find my niche, basically, what I was good at. And 2 things. I was good at basketball. I was good at track. Running.
Okay.
I had a twin brother that I had to chase around, who was getting on my nerves all the time.
That's how you got good at the track.
Yes, chasing him around that boy. And I used to tell my brother all the time, oh my God, you're the reason why I have my ability, all my abilities is because of you. I didn't play basketball with nobody else.
Yeah.
I didn't chase no one besides you.
Well, besides him, shout to the bro,
Yes, hard so hi.
Yeah, that's what's up. So let me ask you this: so from sports, would you say that not even learning, from track to basketball, would you say some of that contribute to you, some of those skills or the things you learned while doing those sports transferred into you becoming an entrepreneur?
Definitely. Definitely basketball, the camaraderie of being on a team in general. I'm addicted to that feeling.
Yeah.
Period. Like I said, I grew up doing all of those things. Basketball was my life growing up. I did all the N1 tournaments. I was always like hoop. I was always up at the creek with everybody else.
Right. You creek right here.
Yes, Euclid Creek. I was out there with everybody else. Yes, I still got my jumper. Like, to this day.
So maybe next time, part 2, we have to go to the creek one time or whatnot and see those.
Watch me win.
No, that's what's up. So okay, so you graduated from high school, so you went to college. Did you know in college that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? Or were you on another path different from where you are now?
When I went to college, I was definitely on another path. I wanted to actually go to the Olympics, and that's what I was focused on, amongst other things. So I definitely wanted to be on the Nike team at the time. So, I mean, that was what I was attempting to do.
Yeah.
I didn't start to realize that, I would rather be, working for myself until my late 20s, honestly. When I realized I do not like working for people. People get on my nerves. Like, period. Like, people get on my nerves.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So, and like, shout out to you, by the way. Thank you for your service, by the way. I know you in the military.
Yeah.
When did you transition from that to the military? Was it college in the military, or was it military college?
It went from college to the military. Being completely truthful, I lost my track scholarship because I ended up becoming bored, number one, because I went from, being in high school, being the runner-up in the state of Ohio, to a complete losing team. Like, I didn't know how to handle those things, So that kind of made me focus on the relationship that I was in at the time way more than track and the things that I needed to be doing in general. So, yeah, I ended up kind of fumbling that, and I didn't want to work at McDonald's or anything like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to join the military. I'm going to go join the Army because I don't want to disappoint myself.
So. No, that's good. And look, we all been there. We all can attest to have been in a relationship that really wish we wouldn't have partaken in, but I'm a firm believer all these things have a purpose.
I was going to say, I ended up having to tell myself, like, look, any and everything that you do is not for no reason. It doesn't matter how big, how small. It's not for no reason. So had I not been worried about that situation, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Come on now.
Several situations I wouldn't have me where I'm at today if it wasn't for those things.
So I applied for the Air Force, right? And I know from my little experience that you test. And then when you test, they kind of let you know what job you're going to partake in. Could I guess that the job you partaked in was logistics?
Yeah. Well, so when I took the test, I actually got 2 different ones. So one was the unit supply specialist and then logistics. So even though I didn't know nothing about, when they said logistics, I didn't even know what they was talking about at the time. So I chose unit supply specialist. When I got,
let's break it down for the people who watch. It's probably someone watching like, what they talking about logistics? What's that?
Well, logistics is basically like anything having to do with trucking, moving, the supply and demand, all those things, going to the grocery store and stuff like that. Like, it takes logistics and all that stuff to do that. So. But I chose unit supply specialist because I didn't know what logistics was at the time. It didn't matter because once I got to my unit, they had me doing everything logistics anyway. I ended up driving FMTVs. Those are just military trucks, anything from convoys to water tanks, whatever.
Yeah. So was it difficult being? Because I'm and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like trucking is more like a male dominated industry or whatnot. Was it more so in the military versus outside the military, or was it like so?
In the military, it was just kind of neat to me, like a job. Like nobody like the way they are in normal civilian life is totally different. Everyone is a part of the same community basically. So it wasn't like, you're a girl, you shouldn't be doing that. It was I'm just gonna throw you on this anyway. I don't care what your job is.
Yeah, right.
Because some people didn't want to do their jobs no way. So they was trying to figure out who else can do my job for me. So I mean, but in civil, just the regular life, not being in the military, you definitely have like that. You shouldn't be a trucker because you're a girl, or whatever the case may be. I literally ran into that several times. I remember when I decided to get my CDL. Everyone was like, why do you want to do that? And this is like before COVID. Nobody was really thinking about it as much as they were once COVID did start, which I didn't understand that to begin with. Make money, man. I like to make money. I love to get dirty first, clean up later. Period.
Top so.
I'd rather make, and I say that to my friends, like, I'd rather make $40 an hour shoveling shit than to than to be doing something that I don't want to do.
I think the Capricorn in you though.
Probably is. Probably is.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. Okay, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself because like I love this, how you're in the military. Okay, so you're being a supply supervisor or whatnot. How so? Did you leave the military and was like, okay, I'm out. I'm about to do something different, or did you just like, okay, I see opportunity over here in this industry. Let me go do that.
Well, no, I got meted out, and I was actually going to stay in Texas because that's where I was at the time when I got meted out.
Yeah.
But I missed my mom and my dad.
Oh, okay.
So I came back home, and I was just trying to make my mom proud. My mom, like, was really, like, just, like, hard on me in regards to, because she had her master's degree and stuff like that. You know, go to finish college and all that other stuff. She was very upset when I lost my track scholarship, period. So when I did get out of the military, I went back to school, got my degrees, went to corporate America like my mama. Okay. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. Like with a passion. Yeah. With a passion. I just don't. I mean, I just can't. I mean, I made a lot of money doing that, but the most money I've ever made was working for myself. So. Come on now. And I don't ever want to work for nobody else.
So okay. So you went back to you went back to corporate and you was like, I'm good. When was the moment you was like, you know what, I want to do my own thing? Like, you already have a plan, or you was so fed up, you was like, I'll figure it out later?
Well, I started noticing that, okay, I don't like working for other people. Yeah. And I didn't necessarily sit and say, oh, I want to work for myself. I kind of just was at my wit's end. I ended up losing my job at Nestle because I don't like to work for people. We're just going to say that's why I lost my job. So after that, I was just like, you know what can I do? I'm driving a Cadillac. I got a home that I own. I got a mortgage, all the stuff I got to pay. What can I do? I went and got my CDL. And then I was just like, okay, well, let me see what this does. I actually flew out to Miami and did OTR with a friend who was an owner-operator. And
I'm sorry, you gotta break that down because I know that, but I'm sure someone's like,
OTR means over the road.
Okay.
Over the road, which is basically me being gone for like 3 weeks at a time on the road delivering loads and stuff like that. So I did that with him. He taught me everything that I know. I'm raw because of this man. He was hard-headed and got on my nerves, but I learned a lot, you know. You made a post one day and it was saying that, you know, I got friends that are felons and all types of things. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, you can learn from the most in regards to trucking from him. And when I started my own company, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna just remember everything he taught me. Yeah. And he gave me my confidence. He gave me that confidence. So.
No, that's good. So let me ask you this: so, what would you say a person who's interested in CDLs, like the fundamentals they need to, if they wanted to like start now, what would you recommend them do to before they get in order to get their CDLs?
Sit down and really think about it. Don't just rush into it just because it's gonna make you a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because it can kill you. It can kill other people.
Sorry, I hit that one. I don't think, because I hear all the time people like, man, I'm going to get my CDLs, I'm going to mail this money.
No, I mean, I actually, for about a year I taught at Great Lakes Trucking, and a lot of the students there, they were there like, oh, I can't wait to get my CDL. I'm about to make so much money. Like, you gotta. You're not just here to get your studio to make money. You gotta be safe on that road.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna kill yourself, and and whoever you got a family with, they're not gonna see you again. Or you could take somebody else away from their family.
Yeah.
So, a lot of, like I would say, just really sit down and think about that.
Yeah.
Think about those things. Think about the fact that you're gonna be gone 3 weeks at a time, depending on what you choose, because you can go over the road. You can do local, which basically is in Cleveland only, or whatever the case may be.
The one you see the grocery store going back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And regional is just basically from like PA to Cincinnati or whatever, not too far. You just really got to think about what you want and what you want to get out of it, and everything you choose. That makes the difference in how much you're getting paid too.
So just for money's not even money's sake, like what pays out the most?
OTR. No, I'm gonna say over the road and basically working for yourself, being your owner operator. Like not like, because when you're working for someone else, when you're driving for someone else, like they still control how much you get paid. Bottom line is they got bills to pay too. It's a business. Businesses have bills. Like they're not gonna be able to pay you,
right, top dollar, because they got to worry about overhead for themselves.
Literally. And the more trucks they have, the more overhead they're gonna have. The more the insurance is gonna cost. Like you really gotta think about those things. Like people just get in. I get messages all the time. Like, I just got a truck. What should I do? I have direct shippers. I created those contracts, those relationships, because I communicated with those people, and those people saw me pulling up. They saw that I knew how to drive. They saw that I knew how to reverse. They saw that I knew how to secure. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just expect somebody to give you business. Like business to business means like I have to trust that when I give you my product or I'm giving you my time, my service, that in return you're gonna give me the good service. Like,
that's good.
Or I don't want it. Like,
right.
I'm not gonna pay you for that.
So okay, so let's break it down, because I feel like, because I'm not familiar with it, because I don't know why I just thought that it goes like this. Hey, I got a load, I need to unload. Can you do it? And over so many miles, you just pay out like that.
So it's based off like for instance, like right now, like if you go get diesel, it's probably like $4.
A gallon?
Yeah. So that's how I base my prices off of. So let's say somebody call me right now. Hey, I got a load and I needed to go from Cleveland, Ohio to I'll say Kentucky. So what I'm gonna do is where I'm at. I'm usually okay. I got to pick up this load from here. I'm gonna go take that location, the address, search the miles from that address to where it needs to be delivered, and then I'm gonna take that amount of mileage, and I'm gonna like multiply it by $4. And and that's how much I'm gonna be charging, because I need to fuel my truck. I need to get paid off that load and all of those things. Like all that stuff matters. Like period. But some people don't want to pay you that $4. $4 a mile. $4 a mile is too much for some people. That's what they're thinking. Some people got like $1 a mile. And right now, trucking is kind of like shaky. It's like trucking is definitely like the stock market. It goes up and down every day, every week, every month.
I did not know that.
Everything's different. It changes every single day, every week. Like it depends on the rain, sleet, snow, sun. It depends on all of those things. You're not just going to wake up and just be making buku money. Sometimes I like the most I've made in 1 week is $16,000, but that's because that's because I have a direct shipper, and that direct shipper trusts me. He paid me every dollar I request. Because I don't ever damage his stuff, and I get it wherever it needs to go. He has sent me to Martha's Vineyard. He has sent me to Boston several times. I've been everywhere because of that guy. So, but every week ain't gonna be like that.
Right. I was about to say, if anything entrepreneurship has taught me is that there's gonna be weeks where you up.
And it's gonna be weeks where you're negative. Right. Oh my God, and you're gonna be feeling great, and then you're gonna be like, oh my God, my life.
Right. So let's talk about those moments when the business isn't going like you wanted to. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going?
What I tell myself is I don't have a choice. I'm way too far in it. I'm way too deep to stop. Like I can't. And there's no 9 to 5 at this point that I could go to, and it's gonna pay my bills.
Come on now.
It's not. It's not so.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So you said I got to keep going.
Yes, and I will always keep going. It doesn't matter what I do.
No, that's good. That's good. Because okay, so I remember was 2020. I think it's 2020, 21. They were talking about Tesla was coming out. They're talking about automated trucks and all that good stuff. Like 5G was about to start cranking out, so these trucks about to drive themselves. And they're talking about the trucking industry was done for. Like, do you remember that?
I definitely remember that. They're still talking about that. It does not, for me, that's not going to happen. It's absolutely not going to happen. It's not. I mean, you're relying on a machine to do what a human can do, you know, and that's still something that is obviously it's going to take years to get to the point where a machine can
to perfect it and all that stuff.
You know, and I've definitely seen on social media where those trucks they might get some of the job done, but they won't get all of it. I mean, you still got to get stuff unloaded. They don't have certain factories and warehouses don't have the robots and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like taking the human out of certain things is not a good thing. That's just how I'm looking at it. Certain things is not good. It's not going to help.
That makes sense.
And then on top of that, I'm not about to be in an all electric truck. Trusting it. I get it. You know, people love, new things, but I'd rather be driving a manual or an automatic. That's me.
Yeah, because I was about to say I don't know how I would feel comfortable as a person on the road with a truck that's not manned by a person. I wouldn't go come on the road. I'd be like, y'all can go.
Could you imagine being at a red light, looking at a semi truck and nobody in it?
That's
and
what
it's
I'm saying.
Fully loaded with 80,000 pounds.
Yeah, or like something explosive or something like that, right?
Yeah, I would hope that they would not put electric trucks. Nothing that got some hazmat on it.
Yeah, listen, and I was gonna ask you about that because I know it's different loads for different things. Like, do you need a certain certification to man different trucks?
Hazmat, those are just endorsements. There's different endorsements. There's hazmat, and you have the air brakes, doubles, and there's something else, but. I got doubles. Okay. I'm not ever going to do hazmat. I'm good. No. And I let somebody else do that. Period. Yeah. So, and doubles ain't nothing but double trailers. I don't know if you've seen those things on the highway where there's a 150-foot trailer attached to another one. Yeah. Is
that a little bit more difficult to man?
It just depends on the wind.
Okay. God bless you.
The wind.
You gangster.
Don't get me wrong. I prefer to just be doing flatbed.
Yeah.
So.
And then what's the truck where it has the cars on there? If you have like 18 cars on it, like what's that?
Those are that's just auto the auto car haulers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need a different certification for those joints?
No, I don't think so. I have a friend that does it, but I don't necessarily think that you need an endorsement for hauling cars. I just think that you need a specific trailer and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I don't know why. Whenever I think about when I see those cars,
the insurance changes with that too.
Oh, so I'm thinking about Bad Boys 2, where they were taking the car and they were dropping them off the truck. It was crazy.
I mean, I don't think they needed an endorsement for that though.
What else is up? And so help us understand the business side of it all, because like I said, when you're first starting out, I know this and correct me if I'm wrong. I know you need to buy you a truck, right? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to get into that because, like, everyone, I be watching these gurus online. They just make it sound so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I go buy a truck tomorrow off business credit and
I mean, it's easy. It is, and it's easy to start a business of any kind. It's easy to start a trucking business, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, because all you got to do is, go to your state and do all of that. Those parts are easy. But then there are parts, if you're coming in uneducated, of course it's going to be hard. Like, if you don't come in... And I always tell everyone, because people want to do hotshot like me, you know. I got my CDL first, and I was driving semi trucks first. Like I didn't just go buy a pickup truck and a gooseneck trailer and start doing the job. Like I knew what to do. Right. I'm fully educated on the regulations, the federal and the local, all of that for trucking. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? If you can't come in half.
Yeah, right. You gotta be knowledgeable behind it before you jump into it, huh?
Yeah.
And like I said, like you watch the gurus, I promise you, the pandemic, everybody's an entrepreneur, everybody mama, and they're talking about buying trucks being operators. They made it sound
dispatcher.
Yeah, right.
All of those things coincide with one another too. Like you can be a dispatcher. You can just be a dispatcher, but you got to get trucks, which means you got to know owner operators. You got to know other people that have trucks that need work, that need loads.
Yeah.
Like, and because only the dispatchers that are successful have multiple trucks, like that aren't theirs. You know. I mean, there's just so many niches within the trucking industry.
I was about to say, cause like, yeah, I'll be an operator or whatnot. Cause like,
you want to drive?
No, I mean, an operator. I'm sorry. What's that? The person dispatches. I'm sorry,
dispatch.
Yeah, I be dispatched all day. Cause
yeah, dispatch is a part of it. Like if you're an owner operator, you automatically dispatching because you got to find your load unless you hire a dispatcher to do it for you. But why would you do that?
Because
you got to pay them a percentage. I'm not saying not. I mean, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But you are taking away from yourself when you could do it yourself. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone asking if the load available.
Okay. And it's like to me, and this is me hearing from you, like with just like real estate, trucking require relationships. Having the right relationships, right people, is what will propel you in your business.
And then doing what you're supposed to do, knowing those rules and regulations, knowing when they're changing. Period. Like you got to keep it up to date with those things. Like you can get audited and get shut down. Like period. And you don't want that because you get fines and trucking like range from 3,000 to 10,000. like and up, like depending on what you done did wrong.
Yeah. No. I'm about to say I will be make sure everything is top notch. Okay, and I know we talked about this off camera. We were talking about how the balance of being an entrepreneur, but then having life outside of your business and whatnot. I know you were, and I you know what I'm saying. I know we were talking about that. I just know that you were talking about just how while you were trying to operate your business, you had some difficulties come up with whatnot.
Yep. In 2021, my mom she had just invested in my trucking company. She got my second truck for me, and she was like, "Don't tell nobody." My mom was always like that. She didn't want nobody in the family to know because people were gonna be having their hands out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My mom did that because she watched me make a mistake because I lost my job and fix it to the point where I was flourishing. So you know what I'm saying? She ended up investing into that second truck, and then 4 months later, she got randomly sick and passed away. So
sorry to hear that.
That kind of changed it definitely changed my life. Definitely changed my life. I had to literally kind of slow down on trucking because my mom was gone, and then my dad, he started getting sick.
Yeah.
He literally was sick at my mom's funeral. Like his blood pressure was high, and at the time I just thought that it was just the stress of losing my mom and stuff like that. But it really didn't get any better for at all. It got worse. I mean, it was times where I thought things were going to be cool, where all right, let me go take a load and try to catch up.
Yeah.
I literally was like not doing it for like about 2-3 months after my mom passed. But it just got hard because I literally was in Mississippi one day and got a phone call from my dad's sister saying that something was going on with my dad. My dad had fallen. And I remember right before I left, I was like, "Dad, you gonna be good? I won't lose a load."
Yeah, right.
You're gonna be good. And as soon as I'm gone, I'm like, "Please don't let me be like all the way far away and something happens." But that's exactly what happened. So at that point, I was just like, I can't be, I cannot be on the road. That's when I really was like, let me just go ahead and focus on hiring drivers. So I thought at the time that would help with the situation. It was just too much to juggle.
Yeah.
I'm hiring drivers. They're making mistakes. My truck ended up on the side of the road, because they're making mistakes. I don't know what to, do in regards to my dad. Like my dad, I was learning things that I didn't know when my mom was here. In regards to my father, he wasn't too good at math. He really had, my mom paying all the bills, so he was just handing her the money. So when she was gone, I had to, really be there for him.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be on the road at all. And, a lot of people think that, because you have a business, your business can help you with your personal life. No, you have to keep your business and your personal separate. And that's just that. Like, it's just the last 2 years have been hard.
Yeah.
And I'm really still overcoming that and
Yeah.
recovering from it. My dad did tell me, he was like, before, when he passed, he was basically, he said, don't get married. Don't ever get married. He's begging me not to get married because he's not going to be here. I'm like, Dad, like, ain't nobody thinking about that. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
but, he was also just like, explore all your talents. Like, go, find yourself. Don't let nobody stand in your way. He felt bad that, I had to kind of like push shit on pause.
Yeah.
Which I love my daddy. My daddy been there for everything that I've been through. So it was nothing for me to be there for him.
Yeah,
and I miss him very much.
I'm sorry to hear that, but you know what I'm saying? Because I love, not saying I love stories like that, but I love the fact that this is why I love our podcast, because like a lot of people see the glamour and the glitz of being an entrepreneur on social media, but then no one sees behind the scenes. Not behind the scenes, know the story behind it, because like those are the things that people don't talk about. The hardships that you go through while being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, they just see I'm being honest. I'm not gonna post, that type of stuff. If I'm proud of myself, if I'm feeling myself, I think I look good. I'm gonna post that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post because I feel like everybody going through something, and then Rashida told me, she was like, you shouldn't allow everybody to have access to you, and I really
shout out to Rashida, by the way.
I really live by that now, because that's so true. Like, and that includes with social media. I'm not about to put everything. If I'm going through something, I'm gonna reach out to the people I know that are gonna allow me to lean on them. But social media ain't it.
No, that's real.
So I'm gonna post this load I just got, and that's it. That's pretty much it.
No, and I sincerely get that, and I believe that someone's gonna watch your interview and be encouraged. That's going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I know so. I hear it all the time. Like listen, I love our podcast, and I'm being biased, but it's real, because once again, we have real people telling real story about how you're doing real things. So I appreciate you. Okay, so let's talk about how you are not only just a trucker extraordinaire, but you're also an artist. So talk about talk about your song. What was it called?
I got 2 songs. I have Lavish and Pull Up. Pull Up was the very first one that I created. Actually, I'm featured on another song, but I forgot, that's White Zimmerdale. But yeah, I created Pull Up first, and I did that on the request of my dad, because while he was on hospice living with me, I used to sing to him. Like, that actually that Music Soul Child album I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I actually would play that for him, and one of the songs on there I was singing one day, and he just was like, I didn't know you could sing. You should, pursue that. And I was like, I did. I attempted to when I was younger, but I ended up getting pregnant, so that kind of put a pause on things. And then I went back to corporate America and didn't think none of it. So one of the first things I did was to try to move forward. I'm like, let me be creative. And my daughter was like, make a song. Yeah. And I literally that day reached out to FC on, he's a producer, his name's FC. And got a beat. Made that song that day. Was in the studio like 2 days later. And I liked it. I kind of was like, oh, it's a little raunchy, but whatever. We'll see where it goes. No, I just want to see where whatever I'm doing takes me at this point. I'm not going to force anything. And people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
But the fact that you pretty much, you don't live life. You're not living life of regrets. Like, you going out there everything that. That you're capable of doing, but then challenge yourself to go above and beyond, though. You know what I'm saying? Going out your comfort zone.
Yes. I am someone that gets bored fast, so I can't sit still. And anything that I do, it has to be positive and productive. That's what I'm doing.
That's what's up. Okay, so and like I love that. And then I know about the Pull Up. I know. I got Lavish.
Lavish. I love Lavish. If you ask me what my favorite song is, Lavish is my favorite song.
Okay.
Other people might say that Pull Up is their favorite song. Yeah. But I love Lavish. That's mainly because I kind of came up with that just with my mom and my dad on my mind.
So let's talk about the creative process, because shout out to my man Steve. Steve is a poet, rapper. He's all of that and above and whatnot. And I do not have a creative bone in my body. Right. So talk about the creative process. How did you come up with the lyrics? How did you come up with the concept? How did you come up with the idea for these songs? Because like I as a person, I'm not the creator.
Well, pull up is if you listen to pull up is just me describing myself as a trucker. And some of it is not. It's just words because it's raunchy, okay? I'm not really that way. But, for the sake of the beat.
Tired of carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com.
And what people are listening to today, that's what I come up with. I put a little bit of how I see myself as a trucker, in that. With Lavish, I actually was in Las Vegas at the SEMA show. Yeah. And I had that beat already for Lavish, but I didn't have a song. And when I got there, I was just sitting in the hotel room and I was bored. So because I don't gamble, I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, it might be a Capricorn thing because I don't gamble.
I'll be like, what?
I lose $5, I'll be mad.
I'll be mad if I lose 5 cents. But so I was kind of bored, and I was there. I was listening to the beat and thinking about my mom and my dad, and thinking about how Vegas is lights and lavish. Yeah. And literally came up with that song that way. So.
That's dope. No, that's what's up. And like I said, like I admire people who are creatives or whatnot. Cause like I've heard people create things off. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll see a bird in the air. I'm like, how did you come up with a whole song? But that's what's up though. So can we expect the album sometime soon? You know what I'm saying?
I'm still working on things. Okay. I'm all over the place right now, trying to figure out where to. What's my next mission? What do I want to do next? Because I want it to be impactful. Yeah. So I'm really trying to figure that out. But music, definitely, I'm still, creating. Okay. I don't know how to market. Yeah. No. Very well. Like my abilities, my physical ability is how I market. To show you, to literally physically show you. But the other, I had to hire somebody for that.
No, I got you. So let me ask you this. So what do you feel like is the biggest misconception people have about people who are in the trucking industry or those who are truckers?
The trucking industry is looked at as, pretty much dirty, kind of. Like, when I say that, I mean, like the people. And not everyone is that way. I have people that are driving trucks that used to be doctors.
Get out of here.
Yes, that have master's degrees and stuff like that, like me. So it's just kind of like people got tired. Some people got tired of working those types of jobs, corporate America, and they wanted something different. Right. And now they love what they're doing. Like, and that's that. Trucking is one of those industries where anyone can get into it. It doesn't matter the age. Yeah. I mean, it kind of does. You can't be too young, but it really you can be however old per se. But I mean, anyone can get into it. It's no, if you do it right, there's no limits to how you can change your life. Your life is automatically going to change once you get your CDL. Once you get your CDL, life going to change because the money's coming. Period. Yeah. You just got to know what to do.
So what would you recommend to somebody who just first get a CDL? What's the first thing you tell them to do, recommend them to do after they get them?
I would tell them to go work for a company. Not to become an owner-operator right away. Don't put yourself in $1 million hole. Because that going into owner-operator is putting yourself in $1 million hole. Whether you got the $1 million on you or not, it's still a hole that you have to, you still got to, go and learn the business. That's literally what I did. I worked for a company. I studied how that company operated on the business side. I studied how that company operated in regards to dealing with employees. Yeah. And everything. I took my time. I learned how it was operated, period.
Oh, that's good. That's great advice. So if you're watching this, if you got the CDLs, listen to Heather, okay? That's good advice. Yes, no. Okay. So we talk about the past, talk about the present, let's talk about the future. What does the future hold for you, for your business, and then what does the future hold for Heather altogether?
I got a lot of revamping to do because of the last 2 years slowing me down a little bit, and I just want to make sure that if I'm going to continue to stay in the industry, that I'm doing it right. I have been thinking about becoming a police officer. Uh, thinking, I actually took the test and passed it.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I'm not necessarily sure. I'm still like going back and forth on if I really want to do that and how I can do that, and then make that work with my training. But nonetheless, I'm just really trying to figure out like what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Because I want to make sure that I'm making myself proud, my daughter proud, my parents proud, because I know they're watching over me.
Yeah.
And I'm not making too many mistakes, because my parents were my go-to, and they're not here no more.
Yeah.
So I can't make too many mistakes.
No, I get that. Hey, listen, I think you're doing a great job making them proud. You're doing great things, so kudos to you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we got simple questions, right? And these are questions that we've asked. You're episode 171, so 171 times we asked these questions. And partly because this is what the podcast was birthed out of. So everyone, you born and raised in Cleveland. Cleveland has not been known for its camaraderie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe the pandemic, like Thanos snapped it, and now Cleveland is now on the up and up where we're now collaborating, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're not there yet. We're not like Atlanta. We're not like the New Yorks. We're not like the other places. How do you feel like we can help change that narrative to make Cleveland that hub for collaboration?
People just need to stop feeling threatened by other people. Like, like that's just it. Like, when people see someone else do something, create something, and see it be successful, and they feel envious and threatened right away, like, instead of being inspired. People inspire me.
Yeah.
You inspire me. I want to know more. And if I had to go to a class, pay for that class, I'm going to. Do it. I'm going to do it.
That's good.
I mean, but people just have to not feel threatened. I feel like a lot of people out here that there's this silent competition, that people secretly that there's still that I don't want that person. And then I also feel like it's still kind of like cliquish per se. Like certain people want to be around certain people. That's not gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah,
that's not gonna get you nowhere, because everybody don't want to operate like that. I don't want to be around somebody that always want to be around that same group of people. I love meeting new people.
Yeah.
I'm a trucker. I meet new people.
Yeah.
Every day. Like, I love meeting new people.
That's what's up. And I'm about to say now you're an alumni, by the way. You're official the Pull Up Experience alumni. So you're part of this gang now, okay?
Yay.
So you part. But no, we see all the time, and like we're trying to disrupt that. That's why this podcast we had everyone that I can say that from this group, from that group, and we're like, hey, y'all all can come on. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to break that up. So yes, that's a great one. Next, legacy. I know that's like a buzzword, but it's real. I remember I am a connoisseur of interviews, guys. And I remember watching this interview of Nipsey Hussle, and rest in peace to him and to him. He was talking about all the accomplishments that he wanted to achieve, and we know he not only accomplished it, but he went above and beyond. What do you want the legacy to be for Heather, and then for everything attached to you?
I just want my daughter to be able to pretty much explore all of her abilities. Like, do what I'm doing. Like, you don't have to. And my daughter doesn't want to do trucking anyway. But
well, you never know. It's still time.
I mean, right, because she's 16. She might change her mind. But my daughter changes her mind every day about what she wants to do. And I don't have no problem with it, because I've already put her in a position where she can change her mind if she wants to. You're supposed to be able to explore your talents, like what my dad said. He said, explore your talents, explore your abilities. And that's what I want for my daughter. And that's the only way I feel like anyone is going to continue to learn themselves. Like, I just told my daughter yesterday, I said, I've never been 38. I don't know myself at 38. I'm learning myself all over again.
That's good.
Every single year. So, and that's for everyone. Like, nobody, if you feel like you know yourself now, like, or you're going to know yourself next year, then you're complacent and you're too comfortable. And I feel like being too comfortable, too complacent, that I don't think that's a good thing, personally. I can't, I got to be a little uncomfortable. I got to, and in a healthy way, so that I can keep moving forward.
That's good.
I'm going to get older, that everyone is. I'm going to one day not be able to move my kneecaps or something, so I'm going to keep learning myself. That's the only way I'm going to grow. I don't want to be in my 50s acting, still having the mindset of me in my 30s. So,
forever evolving.
Yes, that's what I want for my child.
That's good. That's good. Okay. And this, I feel like, the mark of any great interview, any great episode, if you watch interviews, there should be takeaways, right? So there's a young man, there's a young lady watching right now who's like, man, I love what Heather said. She was dropping gems at the right. What are 3 takeaways you think someone should take away from your interview tonight?
I have to say just continuing to, learn yourself. Like, that's a big takeaway. And then never, moving forward, keep moving forward. Never giving up.
That's good.
I lost my track scholarship. I didn't want to work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Right. You
don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
Pivot.
Yeah, pivot. Your pivot game is important.
Right.
For real. Like, always be able to pivot and don't let nobody talk you out of nothing. Don't ever let no one tell you, oh, don't go get your CDL. That's stupid. Oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. No, don't listen to yourself.
That's
do it
good.
if you want to.
That's good. So, and this is the most important part of the whole episode. Where can people hit you up to, hey, I need you to mentor me, I need you to coach me, I need you to show me the ropes, I need you to come speak in my school. Where can people reach you at? Where can they can get
Well,
get the
I'm
track?
always on Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, Hotshot Heather. And it's the same name on Facebook, Hotshot Heather. And I'm most reached out to on Instagram.
Okay.
So Instagram it is.
Yeah, Instagram it is. And listen, for all my lazy folks, that will be in the show notes. So you can go searching. Listen, book her for your schools, book her for a new track, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? Even book her to be a cop in y'all city tomorrow.
Yeah, really,
Yeah, right. Listen,
I'm a great shot, okay?
No, that's what's up. Listen, I appreciate you coming on. And this being your first podcast, you did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
I was nervous. I hope I don't look good.
No, you did a great job. We appreciate you so much for coming on tonight for us.
And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, come on now.
Thank you, Rashida.
Rashida, yes,
I love
Rashida.
You.
Yes. Rashida will kick my butt if I didn't say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for this collaborative piece right here. Because now we all gang now. So thank you. Guys, we gotta pay some bills. We want to thank you, yes, you, the person watching, the one person watching, the one person listening to this podcast, because you guys make this possible. You guys tune in every week to hear great stories like Heather's. And I think as of right now, we're at 15,000 subscribers and 7.2 million views as of right now. We ain't hitting Cat Williams numbers, but no, we on our way. This interview is going to get us up there. But I just can't thank you guys enough for once again showing us that you guys are just responsive to the great interviews that we're having. So let us know, one, you guys love Cleveland, you guys love what our people are doing in our city, and it just lets us know that we can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. That's a big line. All right, my bad. I'll edit it out later. But I just want to thank you guys. And with that being said, if you guys support us, please. Brittany's not here tonight, but listen, subscribe to Beauty Be Told. It's a great podcast. If you rock with us, you rock with her. And then also, guys, we have done the work. We have shown you guys that 171 episodes, we have done the hard work. We have created a course to show you how to, if you want to start your podcast tomorrow, 20 steps you can do to get started, okay? And with that hard work, we just, how can I say this? I know I wish I had this course when we first started. Probably would have saved me tons of problems. But once again, we're helping you with that. If you're a trucker and you want to learn how to create a podcast around trucking, this course will help you. If you want to differentiate yourself between you and the next person, this will help. And if you want to create content, like I feel like podcasting, I could take one episode of what we're doing and create content for a week worth. Okay, so it's all in the course. And we made it a nice $35. I feel like we undersold it, but I want to make it affordable for you to get it, okay? So please get that course today. And I think that's everything. Steve, you got anything? Nope? Okay, cool. Listen, guys, we want to thank you. And listen, this is episode 171 with Hotshot Heather. Come on now. Let me hit the button one time. And we thank y'all, and we'll see y'all next time, all right?
See ya.
Peace.